on the next speaker, who's a woman that I've had the privilege of knowing and working with for all too many years, but it's been great years. Sister Pam Africa with International Concern Family and Friends is going to tell you about a real critical point in the struggle to free Mumia. Sister Pam.
On the move. You know, we all have got to be united and consistent in what it is that we're doing. And but we also must face the reality of why there is not enough blacks here, why there is not enough Muslims here. We got to go into the communities, reach out to them, and make sure that in the understanding of fighting for the war in Afghanistan and all around the world. And this is number one today. And but we face a crisis in the black community. We face a crisis in the Muslim community. I'm under understanding that there's going to be a film that shows about the crises, what's happening with Muslims, terrorism that's happening there. I'm saying if we don't deal with that all the way across the board, we're going to be able to deal with it at all. Because the only way that we're going to be able to do it is that we all unite together and make sure that we understand that the war in the streets, the targeting of blacks in the street is no different than the targeting of people in Afghanistan. When you see the bombing in Afghanistan, remember right here in Philadelphia, when we stood up and continue to stand up against the terrorism of this government that is causing wars around the world, and when we turn the blind eye to what is happening here, the continued war here, we ain't going to be able to make it. And they dropped a bomb, killing 11 men, women, and children here, and there was nothing done about that. I'm saying the war that is over there, unless we unite all these issues, and when you look through the streets of North Philadelphia, West Philly, and some places, it looks war torn, and people being shot down in the street every day. And I'm saying, unless we unite about these issues of beating, you know, the cops, which is the soldiers here, uniting and fighting against the communities here, we got to be together. And we got to show black folks that, you know, we're not just howling about the war over there, but we're concerned about this war here. We're our children. When I'm talking about our children, I'm talking about white children. I'm talking about all children of colors and stuff that is sent over there to fight a war there and come back here, no arms, no legs. Our mind is so messed up from what it is that they witness over there, how they turned our children into killers and turn them loose in our communities. We got to be talking about all that kind of war and what the results of what they bring back into our communities. Turning those who didn't go to war over there into virtual killing zombies. We got to address it all. And I'm always going to be on the side of Afghanistan. Before it was crystallized a war, I worked with my brothers and sisters from the International Action Center, and about every demonstration we had dealing with Mumia dealt with the war in Afghanistan. Long before it was bright news on the media. So I'm saying, and that fight continues, because I understand we're fighting one demon, we're fighting one devil. It's corporate America who want to go there for oil and don't give a damn about brothers, sisters, mother, fathers, grandfathers, or anything else. Their job is to divide us off. Our job is to unite each and every last one of us. And because a brother that is shot down, a baby that is shot down in Afghanistan ain't no different than that one that is beaten down, shot down. And as far as the odds with weapons to match them, ain't none of us got them. And but I'm saying, we will not win the war with guns. We will only win that war by consistently coming after these motherfuckers. Oh God, I know if I say too long, it'll come out. But coming after these monsters, I'm saying the number, I'm not fooled by it. They are terrorized by the number that they see here, because they know we represent large numbers all around the world. So I'm saying, stay united, keep your minds open, get into our communities, and let's fight the war all the way across the board. On the move, long live revolution, and down with this rotten motherfucking system. Free Mumia! Free Mumia! Remember the 9th, there's going to be a sitting sentencing hearing for Mumia determined life in prison without the possibility of parole or the death sentence.
I want City Hall in the background. Turn around. Okay. Hi. It's Saturday, October 16, 2010. Love and respect. This is Roxanne Grinage, founder, higherlyrics.org. We're here today in front of City Hall, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA, continuing our Higher Lyrics Galvanize the Vote campaign. Galvanize voter clout of federal crime victim plaintiffs, victims of official corruption, fraud, and civil rights. For the last 2 years, Higher Lyrics has been demonstrating an administrative solutions tool using free and low-cost services of the internet to provide standard access for working class, student, and impoverished families victimized by official corruption, fraud, and civil rights to publicly post incident reports, to leverage personal accountability, individual accountability, as opposed to changing existing laws, policies, and procedures. We have an administrative solutions tool prototype demonstration of a U.S. citizens control public docket database whose due diligence data, after verifying, is jettisoned sent to those authorities who are able to intervene, which is the President's Executive Office. If you can show that there's systematic abuse of immunity language in the Congressional Act, which we have that due diligence, now over 400 families nationwide and 42 families here in Philadelphia County are victims of non-existing laws, policies, and procedures, as much as they have been victimized by false statements, lying in official court documents, deliberate records mismanagement, or incompetence of state agency employees, where some court of common pleas judge with a financial incentive to fast-track sale of children and decimate financial households of our property vested interest to more than 200 contractors of a state agency who's abusing federal-funded CPS funds, which are intended for the preservation of families. This is Deborah Young.
Justice for Families and Children.
Justice for Families and Children. Grassroots community development organization helps many families. We are using this administrative solutions tool to say, act lawfully. Do what you can, pro se. File your federal pro se complaints. Do not complain about custody. Document the official corruption, the felony crimes, the denials of due process that occurred, the lying in official court records, the social worker, call them by first and last name, and document that use the internet technology. I disagree. I say there's individual accountability, that the government is too amorphous, the system is too amorphous. We don't say them and they, the system. I say that we have an administrative solution tool that can identify and measure willful criminal activity or incompetence, which is resulting in loss of quality of life and felony crimes being inflicted on working class, student, and impoverished victim families. And I say this administrative solution tool can be the jettison data in that started July 18, 2010 to President Obama, Mr. Eric Holder, and now prayerfully do all you can to pass the July 26, 2010 press conference announced bipartisan Pennsylvania Public Integrity Commission, which will give our Pennsylvania ethical lawmakers and prosecutors broader authorities to force investigations of corrupt elected officials here in Philadelphia and across Pennsylvania that are unable to police themselves. God bless everyone. This is Roxanne Grinage, higherlyrics.org.